Hey, yo, welcome back to the Pac-Man special. We're back at it again with some DBS content, so we do love it. DBS is basically where this channel started with, other than me, doing sneaker reviews and whatnot. Definitely been on the One Piece train, so shout out to Bandai for making another game that I can enjoy. So definitely been playing a lot of One Piece, but can't neglect DBS because that is my favorite game of all time. I do think it's the most beautiful card game created. So I wanted to showcase my pet deck that I've been working on, which is Garlic Jr. Was talking to Frank in the Discord. I got the new TPs for it from him. So shout out to you, Frank, and here's my take. So I hope you enjoy it. If you guys are new here, please like, comment, subscribe. Help the channel grow. I would greatly appreciate it. And whether it's One Piece, sneakers, DBS, anime, if it's something you want to see, let me know. I'll try to get it out here on the channel for you. And get this content rolling for you guys and keep it rolling. So with that being said, Garlic Jr. is a deck that has Servant and Overlord, so we want to abuse that skill. And definitely with Cumber coming out, if you guys don't know what Servant and Overlord does, this video should be able to showcase that for you. Aiden's been playing Gamma 1, Gamma 2. He took it to Nats and he wanted to update the list. So he updated the list with the new TPs, which is the 17, as well as Piccolo Infiltrator package, which is actually a really, really cool package. As you can see, I went first here. I charged that new TP, and that new TP is beautiful. So, but because I charged one, means definitely I have another one in hand, of course. But we want Mechio Star on 1. It allows us to look at top 5 and add a Demon Clan to hand, as well as play Demon Clans at the end of the turn. And then once Mechio Star is in play, I can free play this Master Roshi, and then I can overlord it with my leader skill. So it allows me to use my overlord skill on turn 1 and be able to cycle through my deck. So I cycled 2 cards. Wasn't a huge plus here, but cycling through this deck, finding the pieces that you need is beautiful. At the end of my turn, I am able to play a Demon Clan with its skills negated, so we play Yamcha. It is a blocker, and it is something that we want on turn 1. It's definitely one of the best ones to play. He goes second, and he does his shenanigans that you normally do with Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Drops us 15 and 14, 15 to search. He adds a card to hand, and then he pays 1 and drops the Piccolo here to play the Pan. So in my opinion, he is generating Z energy, and that's what his mindset was to add with this package, other than having another dual attacker in the deck, which is a beautiful combination. So I definitely enjoyed that, and I might have to test his list out as well. So I'll go ahead and charge and just swing, force him to combo here, and then I swing 20k. Then we're gonna Overlord and bottom deck it to draw a card. Now this is the new Villainous card, and as you can see, I just snap down the Villainous card and go into the X Evolve. The Villainous Garlic has Indestructible as well, so it's really good. And then I can X Evolve for 1 and just have 30k crit. That Yamcha I bottom decked earlier with my leader skill, I was able to play it off the Big Garlic's effect, as well as then place it back at the bottom to draw a card, because that's the skill of the Big Garlic. Then it passed my turn, and at the end of the turn, boom, we go ahead and put it to a Yamcha down, and just like, all right, cool. Now I have this big 30k crit body on the field, and we're just trying to crit every turn, force him to use negates on it and things of that nature. We did hit a key critical in the Android Billy's 15, which is one of his big negates, so that's a beautiful thing to crit. He goes ahead and plays his Unison and gets his Awaken off, and he's now starting to set up Z energy and generate a lot of Z energy now that he has this. So this Unison is a problem, and I want it gone. I hate it here. But it is what it is. You got to deal with it and try to maneuver around. So he goes and pitches this 18. This 18 does what the 14, 15 does as well. So he has 2 searches in the deck, and he's just filtering through his deck, trying to find the pieces that he needs to make Gamma 1 and 2 be as successful as it's been in the past. I want to go ahead and play a Unison here so I can early awaken, and I'll awaken with 5 life instead of 4. So I go ahead and just swing 20 because he has 1 up, and I don't want to awaken without playing anything. He takes the hit here on his unison, which really just gets the unison effect out of the way so he doesn't gain a marker. I go ahead and play the 3-drop unison, and I swing at his unison. This is a 20k dual attacker, and he's gonna use a negate here because he's trying to protect his unison. All right, I forgot what it does, but basically that 17 is a negate, and every time you swing with a battle card, you have to bottom deck one. For 1 energy, it's a really good negate, which is good. So I go ahead and +0 on my unison to kill it, negate its skills and KO it, and then I just swing again because I don't have to bottom deck nothing here because it's not a battle card swing, it's a unison swing. We go ahead and awaken and untap one and draw one. So now I have the Overlord skill again on my leader, as well as the Overlord skill on my Big Garlic. We know we have a card on the bottom, so that way we can go ahead and be able to replay the Yamcha from earlier. Being able to do this generates so many more attacks, and it's just like, all right, cool, I'm gonna keep doing what I have to do, keep getting there, and just poke. So swinging 20k is really broken in this game, being able to do that. But we go ahead and force cards out of his hand, we get rid of his unison, and now we have this 30k crit going straight to face. So we're going thinking about if we want to swing and bottom deck another card, and we kind of don't want to lose hand advantage, but we still want to be able to apply pressure. So we're just going to go ahead and I believe we turn this card sideways and be like, bump it. It's 30k crit. If he wants to dump cards from hand, it's still a win for me. So we go ahead and bottom deck. I believe I put a servant on the bottom, and he's like, nah, I'm just going to take it. It's not worth my hand. I leave the 1 energy up and I pass. And at the end of my turn, I go ahead and play. I play nothing actually this time. So we don't want to play anything because I think the card that we played has an effect when it's played. So we don't want to negate those skills for no reason. He pitches another card to search, and he's just filtering through with these super combos. So he finds his super combo. Now that he's at 4 or less life, this super combo is live. So we cut the deck and let him do his thing. And I'm not sure what he's gonna do here. He has tons of options. He can play things from his energy. He can play another unison. He can swing and draw. He looks at the Z deck. He has an option here to play something from the Z deck as well. So I'm not sure what his path is here. I can't quite remember, but once he plays it, I'll be able to tell you guys what happened. Being able to get rid of that unison early, it's really good for me because it now forces him to either invest 2 more energy or start playing stuff out of his energy in order to apply pressure to me, because he can't get rid of my Garlic Jr. because it has indestructible. It is unique. I wish it didn't have unique, but he goes and taps 2 here and plays another unison. So I'm like, all right, now I don't have to really worry about cards from his energy too much. So he swings combos. I'm at 5. We snap down the Frieza's Army Reinforcements, which allows me to negate. And then I was like, let's do this the right way. We're gonna negate and trigger auto to play the Master Roshi. Master Roshi gets played, I draw a card. He swings with unison, I block, and then he has 1 energy and he's gonna decide what to do. He taps 1, plays the 17, looks at top 5, puts something in his energy, and then he just shuffles the card he put. He just bottom decks it because he wants this super combo in hand. So I'm like, all right, this is good for him because now he has 2 super combos. So I know of 2. Not sure if he has any more, but he passes turn here, doesn't swing, and he's just going to basically untap 3. I mean, it's not technically an untap, but it's an untap 3. So we're going in turn 4, and we want to be able to apply pressure. But with these 3 energy up, I gotta play around his a 17 negate as well as a 15 negate. And I'm like, all right, I know you have the 18 in hand, the counterplay. So let's see if we can get that out of his hand. I do remember that. So I go ahead and use the Big Garlic skill here to play something from the bottom of the deck. We play the Master Roshi, which would plus me a card, but he's like, nah, put it back at the bottom. I'm like, all right, cool. That's absolutely fine. I'll have a servant on the bottom for the next turn. This Trunks comes into play because now I get to turn that 18 sideways, negate its skills, and KO it, which Trunks gives me so much value here. I don't have to worry about Black Smoke because I'm a 3-cost unison. And he was like, it negates and KOs. I'm like, yeah, we haven't played in a while, so I had to reread the card. Sometimes for us Dragon Ballers, reading cards is hard for sure. So I go ahead and do that, KO that, and then I'm like, all right, let's start turning cards sideways. We're gonna swing here first with the Master Roshi, just in case he has a Beerus Destroys. Now, if he doesn't have the Beerus Destroys, he has the negate. One of the two things is gonna happen. So he pluses, and I'm at 20. He's at 20. I'm like, I'm at 20. You're at 20. You gotta give me 5 more. So he's thinking of which card to combo, and he goes ahead and combos another 18. So I'm like, all right, cool. That's 1 card out of his hand. So then I'm like, all right, let's play around the negate again. I want to be able to draw here. So we push it at 20, and he takes the hit. So I'm like, all right. Still hasn't used a super combo yet. So now he's at 3 life. I'm presenting that I have the cooler counter here. And we're thinking about this process because with this cooler counter, he can't negate. And if he does negate, he just leaves himself wide open. With having 4 energy, I can show that I have a Champa, a cooler, and be able to apply this pressure. So we have to figure out what's the line to get to the destination we need. As you can see, I'm actually pointing to my left. I think this was when my locals owner asked me about Lorcana, and I was just going and placing my pre-orders to see if we can pre-order stock. He asked me how much product I wanted and stuff, and see if he can get that allocated. But back to the game, of course. So we're thinking here, he super combos out of the hit, and I was like, all right, cool. So now that you super comboed out of that, we're gonna go ahead and swing with the unison for the first time. So I'm 20K, everything's coming at him with 20K or more. And this gives me SS4 Gogeta vibes because they swing nothing but 20. So I'm like, all right, cool. I wanna push this pressure through. We're gonna go 25. He takes the hit, goes down to 2. Now he's in Champa range. So I'm like, all right, either he has it or he doesn't. And I turn Garlic sideways. Turning Garlic sideways, he says no negates. And I'm like, really? So, well, let's go ahead and try to kill him now. So we got the super combo. That puts me at 40. Bottom deck, draw 2. We super combo again here, I believe. And I actually drew into a super combo off the super combo. You love to see that when that happens. So I go ahead and start looking at, ask him how many cards in hand that he has, and I'm like, excuse me, can I get there? We super combo again, put something else at the bottom, and we are trying to push this damage through because we have the Champa. We had the 3rd super combo, and the only super combo we're missing is the secret, of course, which is Piccolo Gohan. And I'm like, all right, can I get there with this? I think I actually drew the Piccolo Gohan here, and we're gonna say, okay, cool, Champa, and that's double strike. I have to tap 2 energy for this because of he only has 3 cards rested, and then I just dump hand. And I'm like, all right, can you get there? I'm going 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 110K double strike. So I actually should have overlorded that to draw another card, and that actually would have been more combo power. He Beerus's super combos the 17, taps, and he tries to dump hand. He doesn't have enough. A friendly handshake, and that's the beauty of Garlic Jr., aka my boy Liquid J. You feel me? So if you guys enjoyed this matchup, put the like, comment, subscribe in the comments. Definitely hop in there because I want to bring content that you guys enjoy. If anybody's got a problem with you, tell them to kiss your ears because that's what I do. Peace, love, happiness. We out of here. Gone.